What up guys, this is Kong and I'm back again for another movie review for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Upgrade. I saw the trailer for this movie and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm down. I'm down for a futuristic, dark, gritty, weaponized, fighting horror genre. You know, I love that. I like that kind of genre, I really do. It just appeals to me. It reminds me of Blade Runner, the first one, Blade Runner 2049, and the Netflix movie Altered Carbon. That sort of, I love that because that theme is just so engrossing. So to me, it's like it's so enriching. It's such a out of there dystopian society, the world. I just love that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go see this movie. And I'm gonna talk about the pros of what I like about this movie, and then the con, and then my recommendation, and the summation of the movie. Okay, so let me talk about the con. What did I like? I like the main guy, the main character who acted this movie. He nailed it. A lot of people say he's kind of like a Tom Hardy, but I want to say he's slightly better than Tom Hardy in a way, because in all the movies I watched Tom Hardy in, he kind of played that hardcore badass, mofo who can, beat up anybody. He was in Bane, he was in this, he was Bane, he was in Inception. There's other movies he's in, but those are the only two movies I've seen. So I know I can't judge him on that, but like just by those two movies, I feel like he hasn't shown me his range of performance, acting performance from Tom Hardy. But this guy, man, he really a good actor. The reason why, because he's able to convey sadness, he was able to convey happiness, he was able to convey frustration, he was convey being ticked off, he would convey with being scared, he would convey being he was able to show a range of emotion. When an actor or actress able to show that or perform those kind of emotion, I really like those actors and actors, because to me that is a reflection of what is to be human. Because human, we all have emotions. We're not just one emotion. Where we have happiness, sadness, we struggle, we have all of that. And he nails it. Like when his wife dies, he's sad, he's miserable, he can't, he's just horrible. He at one point said he want to fucking die, because he's quadriplegic, if I even say that right, because his leg doesn't work, his arm doesn't work, and the only place that works is his head. He can turn. That's it. And at one point, his mother was shaving him, cutting his beard, and he started crying. And you realize, to me, when I saw that, I was like, damn. I feel you, bro. That's when I said, I was like, I feel you, bro. When you lose someone that important to you, someone you build a relationship with, someone you share a life together, and they're gone, and you're helpless. It's like, damn. And he started crying, and they captured his humanity, and I love that he's able to capture the character's sufferingness, his condition, his human conditions. And that's why I like this actor. He does a really good job. I hope to see more of his work, more of his acting abilities. I think he's really good, and he deserves to be in more movies because of his performance here in this one movie. It shows he's able to give us a range, and I like that. So let's move on beside the actors. I like the fighting sequence, though they get weak toward the end of the movie, but the first fight is totally badass, and it showed that he totally kick ass. a kick ass in there and then at the bar. And I thought that it was so, it was good. It was so gratifying, so cinematic, so brutal, so realistic, and so methodical fighting, you know. So I like that. The fight are superb, and the voice in his head is also great voicing too. Whoever voiced that, you did a good job. Probably better than Jarvis. So that's just my opinion. They're both good, but I like this one. It's more menacing, more autonomous, so to speak. So I like that. And what did I also like? I like that and the grittiness, the rawness, the in your face, brutality, violence. That's just real. Like the props and the special effect of the head blown is like, damn, you know, it's real. And the grittiness, the offside, see it is. It's a brutal movie. It's not for the faint at heart, for sure. What I also like is the other specialists, you could say, the military guy, when he had like a little, I guess like a key, and he was able to pierce it, and this guy with a shotgun, he was able to load, even though that kind of a little weird, but that's okay. And what I also like, yeah, the main thing is the actors. He really pulled it off. That's why I like this movie. And then now let's talk about the con. There's a lot of plot holes. Also, before I go to the con, the pros. I like the twist at the end. I like that, but it's sort of, it kind of, to me, it felt like it defeated all the purpose, all the meaning prior to that. So yeah. Now let's talk about the cop. The cop she's shitty. She's the worst cop ever. You know, it's like, okay, when you see a quadriplegic person, you know, when they're like lay in their bed or in this wheelchair, they can't do shit. You know, I mean, obviously half the movie he's able to do because he got stem, but it wasn't a real reason for her to keep coming back. And the cop, their technology to find the guy, it took a long ass time to find the guy. They never even find the guy, you know. But Stem knew who the guy was, so it's like, it was kind of pointless to have the cop in there, and it was also kind of pointless to have the not pointless, but the guy who hired these people to implant the chip into Greg, our main characters. He wasn't really anything. He was kind of useless as the cop, so there wasn't any really good supporting characters in this movie other than his mother. And his mother didn't have a big of a role, but she was there as an emotional support for him. So she was there for him. Like, it was good to see that. And what I did not like is that how this all goes back to Stem hiring the people. And so it's like, okay, you know, it's just, I mean, I like that twist, but the prior to the twist, it's all just him going after these guys. I wish they would have gone a different route, a different way, a different story, not a different story, but a branch of story, you know, because we've seen this kind of movie before, so that's why it feels kind of mundane. It feels a little bit boring. It feels we've seen it before. I have certainly seen it before, so that's why I did not like about this the movie in general. We didn't get to see more specialized soldier. The fight toward the end was a little weak, short, and quick. It wasn't, It wasn't elaborate. It wasn't a really, cinematic. None of that. It just got shorter and shorter. So that as a guy who loves fighting genre, fighting game, I'd love to see more of that, because this movie is about horror and all horror, fighting, violence, and all that. They should have more of that. So that's why I didn't like it. There was a few plot holes. The car chase felt really weird. The car chase didn't do anything. It was like, what? They're just moving the car moving from left to right, and it's just swerving. The car chases are not really cinematic. I think the car shots are. It's been overdone. It's been done so many times that I've seen it. So that I didn't really like. Yeah, I think that's the only con I can really think at the moment. I say I give this movie a 6 out of 10. I like this movie, but it could have been better. It could have been more. It could have been a great movie, like a really good movie. And the only thing that I give this movie more than a 5 is because the main actor, he's just really, really, really good. He showed the emotion so great, so visually, so you can see it through his eye, his emotion, his body language, his tone of voice. He did a really, really good job. Kudos to him. I hope to see more of him in other movies. Maybe a sequel. I don't know. A sequel would be made because this one is kind of lackluster in some ways, and the writing, the plot kind of it's not well interweaved together. That's what I'm trying to say. So I give this movie a 6 out of 10. I would recommend you go watch it if you like violence, you like movies like Blade Runner 2049, Blade Runner, the original one, Altered Carbons, those sort of dystopian cyberpunk worlds. Then you may want to see this movie. They may be your kind of your cup of tea, your kind of fantasies to watch, the kind of fantasy movie like you to watch. So again, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse my YouTube channels. All right, guys, and press that bell button to help me and to help you. All right, it goes both ways. But most importantly, I want to thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my movie review of Upgrade. Take it, guys. Bye bye.